generosity! U.S. generosity! U.S. generosity! Israel's atrocity! U.S. generosity! Israel's atrocity! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation's gotta go! Occupation is a crime! Free Palestine!
Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this progress that is being held today. I'm just going to mention a couple of points before we start inviting our speakers. And these pointers will mainly focus in Ramadan, in the last Friday, ultimate Ramadan. Why are we standing here? To raise a voice against the innocent, for the innocent Palestinians, and against the Zionist entity known as Israel, brothers and sisters. Just to let you know, when the partition, the so-called partition resolution took place in 1947, brothers and sisters, before a single Arab individual could raise arms against the Palestinians following what the crimes committed by these animals. There were 33 massacres of Palestinian villages. 750,000 Palestinian men, women, and children were displaced. How many? 1,000. How many? This is why we're standing here today. Brothers and sisters, an Israeli historian known as Khan Sagov states Israel was born of terror. This is not a Muslim. This is not a Pakistani or an Iranian. It's an Israeli who is saying Israel was born of terror, war, cruelty, and its creation required a measure of fanaticism. Brothers and sisters, an Israeli eyewitness witnessed the massacre of the village of Al-Dawaimiyah. The village of Al-Dawaimiyah, brothers and sisters, in which he reports to say that children were killed by breaking their heads with sticks. Children were killed by breaking their heads with sticks, brothers and sisters. With what? With sticks. This is why we're standing here today. Women, their stomachs were cut out. Pregnant women were shot to death and their stomachs were cut out. Brothers and sisters, this is why we're standing here.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
From these militias, there were two individuals who took part in this genocide and this massacre in 1947. Menachem Begin and Yitzhak Shamir. These two terrorists were responsible for the killing of innocent men, women and children in Israel. And guess what, brothers and sisters? Guess what? These two terrorists ended up becoming the prime ministers of Israel. War criminals who killed women and children became the prime ministers of Israel. And
Down with Zionism!
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 1, 2, 3, 4!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
1, 2, 3, 4!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
1, 2, 3, 4!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
With that being said, we would like to invite Brother Muhammad.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Wake up! Wake up and open your eyes. To all the mothers crying, to all the children dying, to all the fathers trying to get back to their families, trying to fight against insanity, struggling with inhumanity, and the Zionist soldiers breaking homes with bulldozers. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we in the picture? We're on the hunt for money, our greatest treasure, while other lands
are set ablaze with torture. Millions are dying and are being oppressed. While we watch it on the news, looking all depressed. We're afraid to speak out because it's the government we fear. We hear a million speeches, but they go in one and out the other ear. There's people like George Galloway. There's someone by the name of Rachel Corrie. This great sacrifice created an international story. But we tend to ignore all the screams and cries. But we have to look at it through Palestinian eyes. A little boy sits by the place where his house once stood. He couldn't understand, but his older brother definitely could. No one can comfort him, no one but his mother. She's under the rubble and now their father's in trouble. He's being pulled away and now the little one's crying. They say they're creating peace, but these so-called leaders are lying. Don't support the Zionists by buying their things. With a few dollars, they kill human beings. We must stand up. We must stand up like our brothers and sisters in the Middle East. Ponder on it while you sit at your feast. Let us pray for the oppressed, and let us curse the oppressors. There's hell for them, but heaven for the believers. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
I say occupation is a crime, you say free, free Palestine! Occupation is a crime!
Free, free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Free, free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Free, free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Free, free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Free, free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Free, free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Free, free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Free, free Palestine!
Homes have been demolished by Israel since 1967. That goes to show you that illegal occupation is taking place even now, since 1967. And that's among the very reasons why all of the individuals all over the world are standing in solidarity with the Palestinians, because of the illegal occupation of the Zionist regime of Israel and its crimes against the Palestinians and the illegal occupation.
Stop the killing right away!
Stop the killing right away.
U.S. weapon go away!
U.S. weapons go away.
Stop the killing right away!
Stop the killing right away.
Down with Zionism!
Down with Zionism.
Down with Zionism!
Down with Zionism! Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I begin in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. I would like to begin by wishing my brothers and sisters in faith, fellow Americans, and everyone who has come out here today despite the burning heat, peace. Assalamu alaikum. We all know why we have gathered here today. We all know how the Israeli-Palestinian conflict began. It is a well-known historical fact that prior to the Jewish occupation of Palestinian lands, Palestine used to be a place of peace and understanding. It contained the Holy Land of Jerusalem, sacred to all three major monotheistic religions, and as such, Muslims, Jews, and Christians lived together in harmony under Muslim governance. Of course, there were some major conflicts in the history of Palestine, including crusades and pillaging by Mongols. However, when equilibrium was restored, it was generally an inspiring place to look at, full of respect and understanding among people of different religions. I'm not going to spell out its entire history, but we all know how Theodore Herzl proposed the concept of Zion, that Jews established a Jewish nation, an Israeli homeland. It is not the idea of an Israeli homeland that brings us out here protesting today. In fact, it is the right of every culture to establish one. However, this only applies if they are not suppressing the rights of others in the process. It is a fact that the people of Israel lived in the land of Palestine some 12 centuries before Christ. However, there is a much current and weightier fact that needs to be taken under consideration, and that is that there are people who are living there now. People who have built their lives and cultures for generations in their homeland for centuries. People who made up 97% of the land of Palestine prior to its occupation. Okay, you know what? Let's go over what Israel did. This is what happened. The people of Israel just came to live in Palestine, a land that you must keep in mind does not belong to them any longer in any sense, not legally or morally. Immigration to a different place of living is not something that is bad. In fact, it is based on the basic principles of humanity that another nation should accept any refugees in times of hardship. Up to this point, just moving to Palestine, there was no wrong that was done. It was when Israel decided to form its own state in an already established area that wrong was committed. It was when Israel decided to shed the blood of thousands of Palestinians, including civilians that are women and children. Civilians who do not know how to defend themselves when faced with an enemy entering their homes and deciding that it was theirs now.
Occupation is a crime. Free Palestine. Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine!
It would be like the Native Americans dispersing to different places around the world and then coming back 3,000 years from now, claiming their right over this land, putting all Americans into small strips of land and slaughtering anyone who refuses to accept it. We come out here today to protest the atrocious deeds committed against the Palestinian nation. We come out here today to defend the rights of a country that did nothing to deserve the brutal occupation it is now experiencing. We come out here today in solidarity to raise a voice of reason, a voice of humanity for the hundreds of children who live in military camps. For the hundreds of children who have died in a conflict they aren't even old enough to begin to comprehend. For the hundreds of children who must raise themselves because their parents were killed in an unjust movement.
U.S. weapons go away.
US weapons go away!
U.S. weapons go away.
US weapons go away!
Stop the killing right away.
Stop the killing right away!
So that you may establish justice and peace in an increasingly chaotic world. Labbaik ya Mahdi!
لبيك يا مهدي 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 لبيك يا مهدي. Occupation is a crime.
Occupation is a crime!
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine!
Zionists, you shall see. Zionists, you shall see. Zionists, you shall see. Zionists, you shall see. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Zionists, you shall see.
Zionists, you shall see!
Zionists, you shall see.
Zionists, you shall see!
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free!
Zionists, you shall see.
Zionists, you shall see!
Zionists, you shall see.
Zionists, you shall see!
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free!
So I get it, we're Americans and we're protesting for the Palestinian cause. So a lot of us might be wondering, well, how do Americans impact what's going on? How do we make a difference for what's going on in the world right now or what's happening in Palestine? As in, what will do the Americans or the American taxpayers have when it comes to this illegal occupation of the Zionist regime in Palestine? So now, if you go through the statistics, approximately $8.5 million worth of our American government. That is our money. That is my money. That is your money. That is any individual who's living in this country. $8.5 million a day. Not a week, not a month, not yearly. Every day, $8.5 million.
U.S. generosity.
Israeli atrocity.
U.S. generosity.
Israeli
U.S. generosity.
U.S. generosity!
U.S. generosity.
U.S. generosity!
U.S. generosity.
U.S. generosity. Every day, $8.5 million is given to the Israeli government, the Zionist regime, so they can occupy the land that initially belongs to the Palestinians. And that is among the very reasons why every individual, all the people all over the world, are taking this and coming out on the streets and speaking out for the Palestinians. because they are in a position where they can't speak up for themselves anymore. Innocent children for the past few decades have been detained, killed, their mothers have been killed, their fathers have been killed. There's a massacre going on. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians over the course of the past 6 decades have been killed. So with that being said, we will have another poetry, and I would like to invite Brother Misam for the poetry. So please.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! Brothers and sisters and respected Moanas. I'm going to present 3 facts about the apartheid regime of Israel, followed by a poem. Did you know that non-Jewish Israelis cannot buy or lease land in Israel? A Jew from any country in the world is guaranteed citizenship in Israel, while the Palestinians who have been there for centuries are opposed and persecuted. Did you know that Israel stands in defiance of 69 United Nations Security Council resolutions? And did you know that the Zionists have been trying to destroy Masjid al-Aqsa and the Dome of the Rock for the last 50 years by digging underground tunnels beneath the sites to weaken its foundation, causing it to collapse? Now, I will present this poem to show solidarity towards oppressed people all around the world, especially Palestine. Muslims and Christians regard this place holy, sacred, sanctified, where glory to trace. The many prophets in the city, either born or died, the archangel to and fro heaven here plied. Between Muslims and Christians there is no dispute. The trouble is with the Zionists of ill repute. Quds they call their temple, and claim Iraq in the mosque of Kufa too. It is their Nile to Euphrates claim that raises a due. Israel is a fake entity, Imam Khomeini and Rahbar declare. For solidarity with the Palestinians they care. The Ummah should decide the fate of Palestine. For the sake of humanity, uproot the supporters of ISIS from its very intestine. We should not curse and we should not offend. Keep your eyes on the enemy and not your friend. Is this really too hard to comprehend? Unite yourselves under the banner of Islam. Follow the Rahbar, follow our Imam. We will stand and shout and we will not take a rest. We will oppose the Let's be like Imam Hussein. Free Palestine and free Bahrain. The Zionists have crossed the line. We must all free Palestine. We got no time to make a fuss. We're not waiting for Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. He's waiting for us. لبيك يا مهدي
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 لبيك يا مهدي.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! Hitler are the same!
Come on guys, louder! We're here to raise the voice for the oppressed, not to socialize, with all due respect guys.
Netanyahu and Hitler are the same!
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 The only difference is the name!
The only difference is the name!
Come on, Victor! Let's make a fist and show the Zionist illegitimate entity that we mean business right now, guys! Free, free Palestine!
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 From Yemen to Palestine!
From Yemen to Palestine!
From Yemen to Palestine!
From Yemen to Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime!
Well, brothers, today, moving forward with speeches and poetries, we're going to try and